So firstly, starting off with the number of cases that we have for today, the general situation that we have for today. New confirmed case is 930 cases, making the cumulative total since the beginning of last year over 17,000, almost 18,000. However, as mentioned often, this is the number that is cumulative since the beginning of last year, since the wave last year. So the 930 cases that we have for today, actually, the majority of the cases, 889, are from active case finding. So meaning that we seek out and we root out different locations, factories, targeted active case finding, which is intentional. So the majority of these cases are active case finding. Only a few are from local transmission. So that's 889 out of 930, majority of active case finding. The number of treated people, those who have been treated and discharged from hospitals, as you can see on screen, is over 11,000. So right now we have 6,371 cases which are still under treatment in hospitals or in the various facilities. The active cases right now, 6,371. But rest assured, of course, that those who are found from active case finding are placed directly into the medical system, into the treatment system and the quarantine system. We have one new fatality, unfortunately, to report to you today, making the cumulative number of fatalities now standing at 77. So this new fatality reported today is a 31-year-old male, Myanmar citizen, employee in Samut Sakhon province with cirrhosis of the liver and acute alcohol dependence syndrome, and was in contact with a workmate with confirmed COVID-19. So our condolences go out to the family of this case of fatality. So as I always mentioned in the past few days, the daily cases of COVID infection seems to be soaring this week because the authorities have been doing active case finding intensively, particularly in Samut Sakhon province. And today we have some visuals, some pictures you see on screen now on how the operations were carried out in the various factories in Samut Sakhon province as shown on screen. So once the infected cases are confirmed, the infected persons will be quarantined in dormitories or treatment facilities, such as these field hospitals. An example of the field hospital is, as you can see on screen. Yesterday, the CCSA revealed a new field hospital in Samut Sakhon province. It was built on private land donated by the chair of the sub-district administration organization, who also fully funded the construction. This field hospital comprises 2 buildings with a capacity of 1,000 beds. The construction started on the 5th of January and was delivered to Samut Sakhon province yesterday to accommodate COVID-19 patients, both Thai and migrant workers likewise in the province. Just to recap some other issues, on the announcement on the update of the control areas, the categorization yesterday, the 29th of January, we informed you about the approval of the CCSA regarding the revised categorization of control areas in the various provinces around the country into 5 zones. So the development on this matter is that the decision has been published in the Royal Gazette. So in Thailand, if it's announced in the Royal Gazette, it is made public and it is confirmed. The measures, however, will be effective starting on Monday, the 1st of February 2021. So as you can see on screen, we have a sort of like a summary of this new categorization of 5 classifications of provinces, the new classifications in the different color zones that you see, dark red, orange, yellow, and green. This information provided on screen is from the CCSA, and the graphics courtesy published in the Bangkok Post, so credited to the Bangkok Post. You have the names of the provinces up on screen there as well. So after each briefing that we have, the unofficial English translation of this briefing here that I'm delivering here is actually also can be found in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs website, mfa.go.th. So not only the archives of the clips of the actual recording of the press briefing, but also the text, unofficial English language text translation as well. So in that website, mfa.go.th, just go to Media Center and also click COVID-19 and the translations of other official announcements of the governments as well, the various order number 3, number 5, and all the relevant orders from the CCSA will also be there. And also the notifications and regulations regarding COVID-19 can also be found there for your information. So just I'll address some Q&As received from the inboxes, the social media pages from the English language audience in particular. There was an inquiry regarding movements of migrant workers across provinces, and the revised and relaxed measures, which can be announced yesterday, together with the revised zoning of control areas, includes the issue of movement of migrant workers. So according to this new regulation, migrant workers are allowed to move across provinces as deemed appropriate by the authorities concerned of both the origin provinces and the destination provinces. This means that migrant workers are not prohibited to move. Migrant workers are not prohibited to move across provinces in risk areas. However, the provincial authorities in both origin and destination provinces will decide whether to allow the movements or not, taking into consideration the local situation and the safety of the people in the area. Migrant workers in Samut Sakhon province, however, are still not permitted to travel to other provinces. And just to provide some more information about migrant workers, on the 29th of December 2020, the Cabinet approved a proposal to allow migrant workers from Lao PDR, Cambodia, and Myanmar to extend their stay in the kingdom as a special case in the effort to curb the spread of COVID. Online registration is open until the 13th of February 2021. I've mentioned this, and just to reiterate this issue, the infographics you see on screen is about this issue. Another inquiry we have received is that while the country is relaxing measures and restrictions, why do certain provinces such as Chonburi, where there is Pattaya city, Chonburi province, why has it just ordered the closure of hotels and tourist attractions until further notice? So since the situation is getting better, why do some provinces still come up with measures to control or close certain establishments like hotels in Chonburi as one example? So on this issue, just to clarify that various measures are in fact the prerogative of each provincial governor. The various measures are oftentimes for preventive measures. It may not necessarily be a direct reflection of the current situation, but they are most likely and most always in terms of preventive measures. In fact, the number of new COVID cases did not increase abruptly in the past week. Mind you that the numbers you see are active cases, okay? Active case finding missions. So specific active case findings, which are rooted out and placed into the quarantine directly. So not local transmission. So not of an abrupt increase of numbers in the past week at all. The closure order in Chonburi province in particular was decided upon through close consultation with industry leaders. So tourism and hotel industry leaders as well. So with such an order, hotel workers in Chonburi will at least be eligible to apply for Social Security and other compensation. And at the same time, hotels who want to continue operating can petition with authorities in that province within the 7 days according to the specific provincial order of that particular province. So for today, we have not so much of an extended briefing, not very long or detailed because it's a weekend, and of course we'd like you to enjoy the weekend with your friends and family, but of course in a safe, in a healthy way, in a very mindful way in terms of preventing COVID as always. So this is what I have for you for today. we will be seeing you again tomorrow on Sunday, and hope you have a very happy weekend. Thank you. สวัสดีครับ
นี่เขาถึงพูดถึงว่าต้องปฏิรูปการศึกษาถ้าคุณครูทำแผนการเรียนทำ schedule ไว้